Namaste everyone. Can we have beautiful faces on the screen, please? Thank you so much. Happy International Women's Day and a warm welcome to everyone. Today we share practices of 6 awesome healers from India's ancient healing tradition. They will be sharing soul connecting practices that are guide to the goodness. Our first healer is the youngest of all. During lockdown, she did series of chanting and interviews to engage and inspire worldwide yoga seekers. Inviting Divya Priya Bhavanani. She is daughter of Revered Yoga Acharya Ji, Dr.Ananda Bali Yogi, and Srimati Dev Sena Bhavanani. Divya Priya Bhavanani is performing on stage since the age of 2 years. Wow, Divya. She is director of Yoganath. She is pursuing her graduation in psychology. Namaskar, Divya. I'll spotlight you so that everyone can see the star of today's program.
Namaste. I hope my voice is audible and that I'm visible to everyone.
Yes, Divya.
Thank you, everyone, and a pleasant morning to all of you, and happy Women's Day to everyone. It's a wonderful day, and I must thank the whole organization of HelloMyYoga and Shivani ma'am for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much, and I look forward to the next hour of chanting and a little bit of meditation, and I think soothing ourselves and preparing ourselves for the whole day, and many more sessions by great and experienced people coming up. Okay, so we'll get started with the Ganesh Gayatri and Guru Gayatri as we always do. Please join in with me. Oh. Tadganeshaya vidmahe Vakratundaya dhimahi Tanno dantihi prachodayate Om. Om Tatparampariyaya vidmahe Jnanalingeshwaraya dhimahi Tanno guruhu prachodayate Om. Om Yoga Maharishi Dr. Swami Geetananda Giri Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Yogacharini Kalemamani Puduvai Shakti Ammaji Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani Guru Mata ki Jai. So on this wonderful day, and actually according to our Indian tradition, we consider the three Shakti, Durga Shakti, Lakshmi Shakti and Saraswati Shakti, and all three of them together, we consider them as the woman power of our nation and our country. So I thought of invoking the three Shaktis in the form of the Gayatris for each of them. And if you know, you're most welcome to join in. If not, don't worry. You can just let the vibration spread past it into your room and into your atmosphere. So they are actually considered, and we can use the terms also as Kriya Shakti, Icha Shakti and Jnana Shakti. So Kriya Shakti is the one who fights for the power and all of that, who fights for the good, who stands up for the good, who is none other than Durga Shakti. And then Icha Shakti, the power of goddess Lakshmi, who gives us the wealth, not just the wealth of, not just the things, the wealth of knowledge and the wealth of goodness and what we need, what don't we need and all of that. And being the wife of, Lord Vishnu, she helps Lord Vishnu preserve the earth. And the third one, that's Jnana Shakti, which is the goddess of wisdom, who's none other than goddess Saraswati Devi herself. So please join in with me, and I'm just going to set a little tune to the three Gayatris so that we are not doing just the normal chanting and all of that. Oh. Katyayanaaya vidmahe कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गा प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वरलक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ दीनगणाय विद्महे वृञ्चपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो सरस्वती प्रचोदयात्। ॐ क्रियाशक्तियुं इच्छाशक्तियुं ज्ञानशक्तियुं नीये क्रियाशक्तियुं इच्छाशक्तियुं ज्ञानशक्तियुं नीये क्रियाशक्तियुं इच्छाशक्तियुं ज्ञानशक्तियुं नीये. So I hope we have invoked the three wonderful goddesses, into our atmosphere, and I think it's a good way to start into the session. So initially, what we'll be going to do is that we are going to do pranayama. Many of you who are in the Dharma tradition might have come across it, and others also maybe it's coined or used with a different term or name. So you can join in with me. We'll actually be doing the practice. So you don't have to worry. You can do with me. We'll be doing 3 rounds, which is, we should actually keep the pranayama at minimum 3 rounds. But for now, we'll do 3. And then you all can take it into your daily practice whenever you can do it. And it's called the Pranav Pranayama. And here we are going to invoke the Omkaranada. So the A, U, and Im. That is Akara, Ukara, and Makara. So here we'll be doing 3 rounds of each of these sounds separately. And then finally we'll be doing all the 3 together. And I would suggest all of you to come into a position where you have, your spine erect. And don't worry about the leg postures and all of that. If you're comfortable with Padmasana, the lotus posture, or the normal sitting posture, you're most welcome to take into it. But make sure that your spine is erect and that you are alert and that you can focus on it. You can have enough concentration. And the important thing about this pranayama is that anyone can do it. I hope you heard me right. Anyone and everyone can do it. And we can do it any time of the day. But most preferably in the morning, it'll be a good start for the day. But people can use it, in between their office hours, or, once you come back from school or colleges, girls and kids like me. And so it's not an issue doing it at any time of the day, but preferably just keep it in the morning. It'll be a good, it'll invoke a good sense of vibration. So I invite you all to do with me. We'll be doing 3 rounds, and let's try to focus and calm down ourselves. And there might be a lot of excitement, different range of emotions and thoughts might be going around. Let's try to control them, keep them at a cease. We can't stop them, but we can at least control them and say, I don't want you for a few moments, let me concentrate and invoke this wonderful vibration. So you can choose whether you want to have your eyes open or not, but maybe eyes closed would be a good way to, get good enough concentration. And let's just get started. So initially, we'll be doing the Akara, which comes out with the sound of A. And the mudra that is preferably used here is Chin Mudra. So I know most of you, you would have come across this mudra for sure. So you can keep it on your lap. And let's slowly get started into this pranayama. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in with the second round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. The third round. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. So this was the initial part of the Omkar. And moving into the next one, we'll be moving into the next mudra that's known as Chinmaya Mudra. And we'll be chanting the sound of Oo. So you can join in with me. We'll be doing 3 rounds of this sound. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Ooh. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out with the sound. The final round of this Omkar. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Wonderful. Now we are going to move into the final part of the Omkar, the sound. And we'll be using Aadhi Mudra. So you can stretch out all your 5 fingers, bring in your thumb, and then join the other 4 over it. Okay, it's like you're, hiding or safeguarding your thumb finger, which is very important for all of us. Again, we'll be doing 3 rounds of this. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Wonderful. So now we'll be doing a final round, and please try to focus on it. We'll be chanting all the 3 sounds together. And if you notice, when we sing all of them together, we come up with the actual sound and vibration of Aum. So it's Om, okay? But that's how we'll be chanting it. And here we have to keep in mind that each of the sounds, the 3 sounds should be sung at a proper interval. So the amount of time that we are chanting should be the same for oo and What happens is people tend to sing longer and then oo a little shorter and then very short, and then they finish off with it. You hardly hear the sound. So we have to focus a little bit on that. I know it's a little hard, but we can keep a little track. We can keep a little eye on the track that we are chanting it. So what we do is the same mudra, the Aadhi Mudra, we'll be bringing it together, okay, like this, and you'll be keeping it at your navel, in front of your navel, and we'll focus on it all throughout. We'll be doing 3 rounds. You're most welcome to join in with me. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. Final round. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out. So slowly, don't open your eyes yet. If you had your eyes closed, you can take a preferable mudra for a short and silent meditation. So try to slowly move from the dharana state into the dhyana state, as like the pranava dharana that we were doing by invoking and chanting this wonderful vibration of the Omkar. Slowly moving into the pranava dhyana state, where you're actually not really like focusing or actually chanting it. It's automatically going within you. It's going on within you. And that's all you hear, nothing else. You're no longer distracted by what's happening around you. Your thoughts, your emotions, they don't mean anything now. You're moving into this wonderful state where all you can feel is tranquility, peace, and happiness also. A peaceful state. Keep an eye on your breath movement. Don't let it go too slow or too fast. Let it be at the medium pace. Now slowly you can, open your eyes. Some people prefer to rub their hands and then keep it on their eyes and then open it. So you can do the preferable way that you always do or practice. Yeah. So the important thing also here is that the Pranav Pranayama, they divided into the lower chest, middle chest, and the upper chest breathing. So it's also, Adam, Madhyam, and Adhyam Pranayama. But I didn't want to start off with these terms because people who don't know it, you'll take a step back and probably you wouldn't wholeheartedly actually do it. So you can keep this practice. Even I do it whenever I get time, and whenever time suits, I try to do it because, you really feel good. And I would say that these kind of pranayamas where you're actually chanting and, they're actually a little better for people who can't like kind of just sit in a place and like do nothing. I mean, you are meditating, that's really something. But people tend to think that while doing meditation, it actually drains a lot of energy, and it really takes a lot of courage to actually do it. So I would say that this would be a nice way to, slowly get into that state. And especially for kids and teenagers and people who really find it difficult to, stay in one place for, uh, a required amount of time and all of that. So I thought of taking this space to also sing one of the songs that was composed. Actually, the lyrics were written down by Yogacharya Dr.Ananda Bhavanani, Dr. Sir, and with the help of Dev Sinamis, they choreographed and set tune to it, and they composed it and choreographed it into a dance actually. But this song, it deals with the Omkar actually. It starts Akara, Ukara and Makara, and then saying Omkara Rupini Ambe. So this is a song that's totally dedicated to the mother goddess, the divine mother goddess. And I felt that this is a wonderful occasion right after the Pranav Pranayama to just take you all into this song. And don't worry if you don't understand the language. I just guess that it's just fine, just listening to it. It's actually in Tamil, and it's not like too complex in meaning. It's basically saying that the divine mother goddess resides in the vibration and sound of Omkar. And they're saying how she's with Lord Shiva, who burned the three worlds, and how she's nurturing, she nourishes all of us. And we can even compare this to Mother Earth, because she's a divine mother to all of us also. Not just the mother who gave birth to us, not just maybe people have a different mother who brought them up, like in the case of Lord Krishna, and to all the women who nourished you, helped you, in many ways throughout your life. Ambe, Ambe, Ambe. Akara, Ukara, Makara, Omkara Rupini Ambe. Akara, Ukara, Makara, Omkara Rupini Ambe. Akara, Ukara, Makara, Omkara Rupini Ambe. Shiva Shaktiyai Tigalbavale, Adi Shaktiyai Arulbavale, Akara, Ukara, Makara, Omkara Rupini Ambe. Shiva Shaktiyai Tigalbavale, Adi Shaktiyai Arulbavale, Akara, Ukara, Makara, Omkara Rupini Ambe. Ambe. நீயே கதி என்று நம்பி வந்தேன், நீயே கதி என்று நம்பி வந்தேனே. நானிலம் போற்றும் நாயகியே, நீயே கதி என்று நம்பி வந்தேனே. நானிலம் போற்றும் நாயகியே. சரி 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 மரி சரி ரிம பணி பம பணி சரி 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 மரி சரி ரிம பணி பம பணி சரி 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 மரி சரி சாசாணி பாப்பா மரி ரி பாமரி சனி சரி 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 மரி சரி சாசாணி பாப்பா மரி ரி பாமரி சனி அகார உக்கார மகார ஓம்கார ரூபிணி அம்பே. சிவசக்தியாய் திகழ்பவளே, ஆதிசக்தியாய் அருள்பவளே, அகார உகார மகார ஓம்கார ரூபிணி அம்பே. அம்பே. சாமவேத பிரிய கீத வடிவம் கொண்டு சாந்தமும் சௌபாகியமும் சந்ததமும் தந்து. சாமவேத பிரிய கீத வடிவம் கொண்டு சாந்தமும் சௌபாகியமும் சந்ததமும் தந்து. முப்புறம் எரித்த முக்கண்ணனோடன் வலம் வந்து, முப்புறம் எரித்த முக்கண்ணனோடன் வலம் வந்து நலம் தந்து ஆதரிக்கும் அகில புவன ஜெகஜனனி. நலம் தந்து வந்து ஆதரிக்கும் அகில புவன ஜகஜனனி, 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 ஜகஜனனி ஜகஜனனி. சரி 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 மரி சரி ரிம பணி பம பணி சரி 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 மரி சரி ரிம பணி பம பணி சரி 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 மரி சரி சாசானி பாப்பா மரி ரி பாமரி சனி சரி 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 மரி சரி சாசானி பாப்பா மரி ரி பாமரி சனி அக்கார உக்கார மக்கார ஓம்கார ரூபிணி அம்பே சிவசக்தியாய் திகழ்பவளே ஆதிசக்தியாய் அருள்பவளே அக்கார உக்கார மக்கார ஓம்கார ரூபிணி அம்பே அம்பே. So hopefully you won't forget this pranayama and this song. And actually I hope, because through Zoom I'm not sure what happens, you know, when you're actually singing, and I think chanting is fine, but hopefully it got through well, and that, you know, it gave us a good kind of finishing touch to the Pranav Pranayama actually. And if you don't know how to sing and all of that, don't worry. Like, you know, people, you can just listen to it and, you know, just allow the vibrations to spread through you, rather than, you know, don't worry if you can't actually sing the song out. And I really feel that this is a wonderful song, and maybe later, maybe we'll try to share maybe more of the meaning, you know, through different mediums and different times. But it's really a wonderful song. It really, you know, comes from within. And whether you're actually wanting to say it, or, you know, you are actually, you know, singing it. And I think through devotional singing, chanting, and, you know, doing all of these different practices, that you can actually connect better than, you know, rather than just praying to the goddess, like, give me this, give me that, and, you know, keep me fine, keep the people that I know fine, you know. Let's not try to keep asking for ourselves. Let her give what we deserve and what we need. So here I would like to move on into the next part. And I decided that we'll do a little bit of chanting, and I've thought of different kind of texts that are commonly known to many people. So maybe you all can join in with me, you know. So initially for Durga Devi, I thought we can chant Aigiri Nandini, but the point is that it's too long. So maybe we'll cut short and sing the initial 2 verses, and you all are most welcome to join in with me. Let's invoke Durga Devi and the willpower. Let her bless us with the willpower to get through these troubled times. You know, we all have our personal issues, but let's go through them, because every breakdown is an opportunity for a breakthrough. ऐगिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्द्यशिरोदिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरदक्षिणि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोषिणि घोषरते धनुजनि रोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते. So I've just started it out. Maybe many of you can just, finish it out in the remaining of the day. It's a wonderful chant to connect to Durga Devi, actually, thanking her for, always blessing all of us, keeping us all safe, and she guards us, actually. They say that many people we can see and we think that they take care of us and all of that, but the invisible divine forms that are, constantly guarding us, blessing us, and, showering the blessings on us and giving us enough. So next, I thought that we could chant the Mahalakshmi Stotram, and I'm not going to do it with any tune because I want more of you to join in, because some people have difficulty with, singing with the tune and all of that. So you're most welcome to join in with me. We are just going to do the chanting form. We'll do the whole one because it's quite a short slokam, actually. Oh. नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शङ्खचक्रगदाहस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. नमस्ते गरुडारूढे कोलासुरभयङ्करी सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वदुःखहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भक्ति मुक्ति प्रदाहिनी मंत्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. आद्यांतरहिते देवी आदिशक्ति महेश्वरी योगजे योग संभूते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. स्थूल सूक्ष्म महारौद्री महालक्ष्मी महोदरी महापापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. पद्मासनस्थिते देवी परब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी परमेशी जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. श्वेतांबरधरे देवी नानालंकारभूषिते जगस्थिते जगन्माता महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते. महालक्ष्म्याष्टकं स्तोत्रं यः पठे भक्तिमान् नरः सर्वसिद्धिमवाप्नोति राज्यं प्राप्नोति सर्वदा. एककालं पदे नित्यं महापापविनाशनं द्विकालं यः पदे नित्यं धनधान्य समन्विताः त्रिकालं यः पदे नित्यं महाशत्रुविनाशनं. महालक्ष्मी भवे नित्यं प्रसन्न वरद शुभा. So in this slokam, basically we're just describing Goddess Lakshmi, and you would have noticed the word of Padmasana. So that's her position. That's how she's sitting on the lotus. And when it comes to Goddess Lakshmi, she's on, the pink lotus, while Goddess Saraswati is on the white one. So I thought, as we have invoked and chanted for, Durga Devi and Lakshmi Devi, Kriya Shakti and Icha Shakti, we must not, get away without invoking Jnana Shakti, Saraswati Devi. So I thought of going through the chant of Ya Kuntentu, maybe not the whole one, just the initial 2 verses. And there's a little bit of tune to it. Maybe you might not be familiar with the tune. That's the tune we use when we are invoking and doing puja for Goddess Saraswati at Ananda Ashram and at Sri Kambi Swami Madam. So few of you might be familiar with it. You're most welcome to join in with me. Oh. Ya kuntentu tusharharadhavala ya shobhravastravrita ya veena varadandamandita kara Ya Shweta Padmasana, Ya Brahmachuta Shankara Prabhutibhi Devai Sada Vandita Sa Mam Padu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Jatyavaha. Oh. So I think we have done that song invoking, the Omkara power through the three Shaktis, and that's where they actually reside in. And we have also done a few, a little bit of the chanting for each of them because time has to permit us. And there are many more wonderful slokams and chants and all of that. So people who are really interested, in chanting, in singing, it can be either of them. You can, go through different chanting and all of that. If you're not comfortable with the Sanskrit and all of that, there are Gayatri mantras, short ones that you can also use to invoke. And people who are not, really, you are not religiously, you're not Hindu, don't worry, you will have different ways to connect to the divine, in your own form and in your own practice and different ways. But I guess the Pranava Pranayama is a common thing that anyone and everyone can do. So you can keep that in mind. Now I would love to share a presentation that I did. I collected a few thoughts and teachings of our dearest and most respected divine Ammaji. And I thought that this is a wonderful occasion to share it with many of you. And these are thoughts that we have to keep in mind. And if we keep them in mind, they will guide us and they'll always be there to remind us when we are, slightly moving away from the right path. And the thing with meditation and chanting is you're actually, doing something, you're physically doing it. But at times, you can just think of something. Even that's good. So we should try to keep our thoughts good, clean, and healthy as much as possible. I know we cannot be perfect in it. If we are perfect and if we have attained perfection, we wouldn't be here today. So I would take this occasion to share this presentation with all of you and just hear it out. I'm sure something will come out useful for all of you on this special day of International Women's Day. I hope you can see my screen here. I hope it's clearly visible. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. So, these teachings and thoughts are not only for women, but I guess we have a living example. And I've grown up under her and I've been a student of her throughout my life till date. And I would love to share these teachings with all of you. So she is known as the living Siddha of Pondicherry. She's none other than Yogacharini Kalaimamani Puduvai Shakti Ammaji Meenakshi Devi Bhavanani. And this line really stands out, doesn't it? Rather than just going to the teacher and, giving materials, giving material things, rather than that, you actually inferring their teachings, you understanding their teachings, you trying to live them. That's the biggest gift and Guru Dakshina that you can give to any teacher. And when you live their teachings in the right way, in the appropriate way, they live through you. So then you're always connected with them. No space, no distance can distance you from the divine and your respected and divine teachers also. So she brought about the fivefold awareness because initially Swamiji Swami Geetananda Giri, he had given the fourfold awareness, which was awareness of body, awareness of mind, awareness of emotions, and awareness of awareness itself. So then when Ammaji studied with Adir Swamiji, she was one of the initial few students who, when he started to teach, she stood up and she said that we have to first of all be aware of how unaware we are. And only then we can move into the actual states of awareness of like the physical sheath, the mental sheath, and the emotions and all of that. So that's a very important teaching, and that's why I've placed it first. Awareness of how unaware we are. We should try to understand and accept that we are unaware at times. We are wrong at times. We can be wrong. We can think wrong. We can say wrong. But the important thing is then later we accept it, and that's when we give space for a change to occur. And another teaching that she brought about was whatever we think, we say it.
Divya, I think your slides are not moving. Can you put your slides back and bring them back on? If you go out and start sharing again, because it's still in the first slide. So if you can just go back and put it on the presentation mode. If you start again and you put it on the slideshow mode.
Is it visible now?
Make it slideshow mode. It's still showing the general mode.
Divya, in the footer, you can see icons.
Yes.
It's okay. Just share the screen and I'll help you out.
Okay.
So now in the footer, can you see the icons? Yes. And just make it 100%.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, and make it 100%. It is 50% now. So there is an arrow plus minus. Yes. Good.
Yes, that's better.
Okay. So I was coming back to the point. She brought about the teaching of what an integrated human being is. So an integrated human being is when, what you think, you say, and then what you say, you do. What happens is at times people think something. So it's like you plan something, but then you just can't even say it to yourself that you're going to do it. And then that alone, you don't do it in the end. So it's important that we try to connect, our thoughts and, our deeds, and then we become an actual integrated human being at all levels. And one of the other teachings of her was that whatever happens, you have to stand up, you have to get up. Okay, because we might tend to fall down at times. We might tend to, lose track, and we might become tired. Anything can happen, but we should remember that we have to stand up again. We have to get up again. We have to go back to the right routine and all of that. So she put it out in the words of 99 times down and 100 times up. So that means even if you fall 99 times, that you have to remember the 100th time, you should be up. And she brought about this wonderful concept of impossible, which if you split it up, it becomes I am possible. So even the impossible can be made possible. And she brought out a nice song in English. So I thought of sharing that in this moment with all of you. Impossible becomes I am possible. Impossible becomes I am possible. Only when we stop being animals and truly become human beings, impossible becomes I am possible. Animals are bound by their conditioning. Animals are bound by their conditioning. But we have the freedom to choose our attitude every moment. But we have the freedom to choose our attitude every moment. Impossible becomes I am possible. Only when we stop being animals and truly become human beings. Impossible becomes I am possible. I can't, I won't, I'm not able, says the animal. I can't, I won't, I'm not able, says the animal. I can, I will, I am able, says the human being. I can, I will, I am able, says the human being. Impossible becomes I am possible. Only when we stop being animals and truly become human beings, impossible becomes I am possible. I am possible. I am possible. I am possible. So these songs contain all these words that we shouldn't use these words. We shouldn't even think of these words of I can't, I won't, and I'm not able. Because when impossible can become I am possible, why can't we change these words into I can, I will, and I'm able? And we should remember that we are not four-legged creatures. Okay, we walk on two legs, and we do have a developed cerebral cortex, which other creatures don't have. And through the evolution, we have evolved, we have developed, and all of that. So I guess this was an important teaching of hers too. And she brought about the teaching of the 4 yugas. And many of us tend to not actually know them. But the 4 yugas are Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So here she compared these yugas with the good and evil. So here, in the first, that's the Satya Yuga. So these 4 yugas, they are like a cycle and it keeps happening. So we go through all the 4 yugas and then we come back again. So it's considered in that way. And it's believed in that way, actually. And here in the Satya Yuga, it's believed that good and evil existed in different worlds. So different worlds meaning, like for example, if good was on Earth, bad was on another planet. Kind of like it was in total different worlds. So for example, if few of you know the Dasavadaram, in the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, the initial avatars of Lord Vishnu, like for example, the third one of Varaha and all of that, like the good and evil were in different worlds. So we can understand from this that actually it was only when it got too bad that the good had to come and make sure that, you know, the bad got destroyed and that, you know, the good would prevail again in the universe. So it's believed that it wasn't, you know, too off. The world was fine. And from the name Satya Yuga, from the word Satya, we can see that even the people were very truthful in thought, word, and deed. And then in the next Yuga, the Treta Yuga, what happened is the good and evil were existing in the same world. So that means they were coming closer and closer. So here, for example, we can consider in Treta Yuga, actually the 7th avatar of Lord Vishnu, the 7th incarnation, and it's quite famous, many of us know, Lord Rama. So in his case, Lord Rama was, for example, like in India, and the demon Ravana was in Lanka. So they were in the same world, but they were like in different countries or continents. To put in context that we all will understand. In the next Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, it's believed that Lord Krishna existed and, you know, lived his time in this Yuga. And here, good and evil were within the same family. See, they are coming so close from different worlds to the same world and then into the same family. And I'm sure many of you would have already guessed it. It's the Pandavas and Kauravas. That's how the whole Mahabharata was brought out, and that's how the Mahabharata came through. So the good The Pandavas are considered as the good and the Kauravas were considered as the evil. So we know that the war happened and all of that, and then with the grace of Lord Krishna, the good one, and he prevailed peace over the world and all of that. So that was the third yuga, and then the final yuga is known as the Kali Yuga, the yuga in which we all are existing, the one that we are living in, and even till date we are in Kali Yuga. And in Kali Yuga, well, what more do we need and what more can we think of? The good and evil actually are within a person. So each of us have the good and evil within us. And this is where we have to use our prefrontal cortex and choose. Do we want to think good? Do we want to think bad? Do we want to say good? Do we want to say bad? Do we want to do good? Do we want to do bad? So we have to make a choice here. And this yuga, we know that, the world is going all over the place, things that we never thought of are happening and all of that. And actually we are the reason. We are the major reason here. And we should try to, Ammaji used to say that we have a good wolf and a bad wolf. So that's how we all used to remember it. So she would say that through the food you eat, through the thoughts that you think, and through the deeds that you do in every day, in every week, in every month, and in every year, in every moment actually, that they tend to feed the respective wolf. So if you do good, if you think good, if you say good and all of that, that you are feeding the good wolf. So the good wolf manifests more, develops more, and then you bring out goodness. But what happens when you do bad? You tend to feed the bad wolf, and then things that we don't really need, things that we don't actually want, they happen. So this was another wonderful teaching of our dear Ammaji. And yes, this was another teaching of hers. This was a common one, and I think many people have heard this enough, but let's do it together. Sit straight, be quiet, and listen. And remember to respect your guru, respect your parents, and of course, be a yogi. So this was another wonderful teaching of hers. And even though they're just a matter of few words, they mean a lot. So I've just brought about a few teachings of our dear Ammaji. There are many more. They're actually uncountable. You cannot keep a track of them. But I just felt that this would be a nice and wonderful occasion to share it with all of you, people who needed it, people who will need it maybe in future, that it's there. So I would take this occasion to conclude with this session. I hope it was useful. I hope you enjoyed it. And please forgive me for maybe a few errors that happened in between, and maybe I mispronounced a few words, and especially during the chanting and singing, I beg forgiveness for all of that from the divine and from all of you here. Please join in with me. We will conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanto, Ma Kaschat Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. I would like to once again thank the organization of HelloMyYoga for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I would like to thank the Guru Parampara, the Rishi Culture, Ashtanga Yoga, whole tradition, and all of you out there for being here with me, giving me company, and allowing me to share, a little bit of what I know, just a little bit. And hope to see you all soon in another session. Thank you very much, and happy Women's Day to all the dashing and wonderful women out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Divya, for such a powerful and rejuvenating session. Can I have thumbs up for her or little hearts from her, from the audience, please? Yay, yes, thank you so much. And thank you so much, Divya, for sharing such a beautiful message of offering to Goddess rather than always in the queue of asking her. Thank you so much for sharing the teachings of dear Ammajis. We are highly, highly grateful to you for this, for you have used this platform in such a beautiful way. Thank you so much. Friends, we are also thankful to Fit India Movement as a supporting partner to this program. The mission of the movement is to bring about behavioral changes and move towards a healthy and active lifestyle. We hope beautiful Dhivya Priya was able to inspire all of us with her session. Our next session is at 10 with Nishtha Bijlani for yoga to ease menstruation pain. We hope you ask your young daughters and you join with them with some yoga asana practice. Thank you so much. We'll meet at 10.